Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Hello and welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It's your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week, all throughout your work week. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as you do each and every day on Comcast Channel 15 and on AT&T Channel 99. In addition, you can find us on our website live streaming every day for our episodes and find us on demand and other air times throughout the day on CivicCenterTV.com. That's also your home for more information on West Bloomfield Laker football, on the Heroes Appreciation Breakfast, and other special broadcasts ongoing and upcoming all throughout our local area. In addition, you can find more information and see us live each and every day on our Facebook page, facebook.com/CivicCenterTV 15, and find us also on YouTube at Civic Center TV. In addition, we're always on the radio on 89.3 Lakes FM throughout your local area, and find a live stream also online on lakesfm.com. Dayan, the sunshine came in yesterday. It was a beautiful day all throughout the Greater West Bloomfield area. Nice and sunny and warm also. Looks like it's going to be a little bit different throughout the next couple of days before that sunshine comes back later in the week.
That is true, Tyler. So we did have a very beautiful day yesterday, but it's not the same conditions for today. It will still be warm for today and the upcoming days. We're expecting highs of 62 and lows of 58 for tonight. Mostly cloudy skies with rain expected to start at around 2 p.m. this afternoon. And as we go into Thursday, similar conditions, a mostly cloudy day. Rain showers will start earlier during the early commute, the morning commute, and it's mostly cloudy skies will continue throughout the day with temperatures rising up 74 until 74 degrees, and then will drop down low for 62 in the lows. Similar temperature highs on Friday with mostly cloudy conditions, 74, and it will drop down low to 49 degrees, mostly cloudy day, but then clouds will part ways and we will have a clearer evening as we go into the nighttime, Tyler, on Friday.
Yeah, those clouds breaking just in time for Laker football on Friday night, and as they begin their playoff contention against Rochester Adams on Friday night at West Bloomfield High School. Plenty of other stories like that coming up throughout our local area. Of course, as we mentioned, West Bloomfield hits the gridiron again on Friday night. They'll have a home game to kick off playoff season against a very familiar foe in Rochester Adams, the team that they beat back in Week 5. We'll see them on Friday. We'll give you details on our broadcast. It'll be a little bit different than it's been throughout the regular season, so you'll want to tune in and make sure you know exactly where you can watch and listen to West Bloomfield Laker football on Friday night. A special award was handed out to a West Bloomfield Library team member earlier on this week. We'll tell you who this is and what she got awarded for by the Michigan Library Association. Later on, we'll recognize some of our local principals in the West Bloomfield School District, and other local administrator getting her due recognition, and then one in the Bloomfield Hills School District also getting her due recognition at the state level. We'll tell you what statewide award she won this week as well. Later on in the program, Craig Bryson from the Road Commission for Oakland County will join us as they prepare for the winter season and are looking for part-time laborers and drivers to support their full-time workers in what is expected to be another busy winter season. Also happening on today's program, we'll go through over 250 students at their preschool at West Bloomfield Preschool Academy's Jack-O-Lantern Jamboree. A lot of fun happened at our preschools here in West Bloomfield earlier on this week, and we'll tell you all about that in just a little bit. Plus, how you can help people in need of food in our community right now and going forward through Spirit of Grace Church and both their diabetic food pantry and their blessings box. We'll give you details on that a little while further in the program. The Bloomfield Township Library also coming up will be hosting a a local book discussion with author Aaron Foley. We'll tell you details about that. Plus, how you can build your professional network and your business's network in our local area with the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce through their coffee and networking event called called Cups of Connection. We'll give you details on that, plus plenty more of your stories from your hometown on your community media, all today on The Splash Live. Stay with us. We'll return after this short break.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Take a break and tune in to The Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. Missed one of our live broadcasts or one of your local municipal meetings? Check it out online at civiccentertv.com. Every meeting, show, and interview on demand. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to The Splash, live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It's your stories from your hometown on your community media, Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as you do all throughout your work week every week to get the latest news and information from right here in the Greater West Bloomfield communities. And that includes West Bloomfield Laker football. Their season continues on Friday night, the regular season in the rearview mirror after 7 wins and 2 losses, including their 7th and final win of the regular season last week Friday at the Swamp, their 50-6 victory over Oak Park, which has secured them safely into the playoffs in Division 1 in the MHSAA, where they will be in the 3rd region in District Number 2 in the Division 1 playoffs. And that is within a region that is chock full of OAA Red Division opponents, as 5 out of the 6 teams in the red qualified for the D1 playoffs, and all 5 of those teams are in Region Number 3, with only 3 teams outside of that being Utica Eisenhower and Utica, which will match up this week, and then Romeo, also not within the red division, but in Region Number 3. So there's a chance that we're going to have multiple OAA red division games potentially going forward for the Lakers, but none of that's going to matter if they don't get through the Rochester Adams Highlanders on Friday night, a 7 o'clock kickoff at West Bloomfield High School, and we're on the playoff time. The Lakers having defeated Rochester Adams earlier on in the season, a Week 5 victory, 36-32. Also at home, have a chance to kind of return the favor to Rochester Adams from a couple of seasons ago, where the Highlanders beat West Bloomfield in the regular season at West Bloomfield, and then later beat West Bloomfield in the playoffs in the state quarterfinals and regional semifinals, beating West Bloomfield on the road on a very chilly night at Rochester Adams. Now West Bloomfield has the same task, a very difficult task, beating the same team twice in the same season, especially a team that played you very close near the end of that football game back in Week 5. I'll have a chance to talk with Zach Hilbers later on today on This Week in Laker Football about that matchup, and we'll have that broadcast for you on civiccentertv.com/Lakersports, as well as on our YouTube page as well. But our broadcast for Friday is going to be a lot different than it's been all season long. Throughout the Laker football season, We have brought you coverage of the Lakers games each and every Friday on our Civic Center TV and WBTV channels on Comcast 15 and 19 respectively, and both on AT&T Channel 99, as well as on our website, on our live page and our Lakers sports page, and on 89.3 Lakes FM. In addition, we've also broadcast those games on our YouTube page. But because of special rules that are in place for playoff time by the MHSAA for broadcasts of those games, we are limited in where we can broadcast our football games on Friday. That being said, we will continue to cover West Bloomfield Laker football as best as possible all throughout the playoff season, but there will only be a broadcast on 2 specific locations, okay? That will be on WBTV, which is the West Bloomfield School District's TV channel. That is on Comcast Channel 19, and then on AT&T Channel 99 in their public access education and government channels guide. You scroll down to either West Bloomfield, Keagle Harbor, Orchard Lake, or Sylvan Lake in that guide. Click on your respective city or township, and then you'll have an option for the West Bloomfield School District's channel within that on AT&T Channel 99. Or if you're a Comcast subscriber, go straight to Comcast Channel 19, and you'll see WB-TV, where we'll be broadcasting that game live. In addition, we'll have the game live streamed for you, but it won't be on our website. It's only through the NFHS network, which has an exclusive streaming partnership with the MHSAA. It is a subscription-based program, however, so you will need to, unfortunately, if you don't have a subscription already, you will need to make a subscription to the NFHS network by visiting nfhsnetwork.com. And we've made it easy for you. This QR code that's on your screen right now on civiccentertv.com, that will take you directly to the West Bloomfield High School football page through the NFHS network. And from there, if you scroll up to the top of the page, you can register for an account, and then you'll be able to stream the game live through the NFHS network. Otherwise, we'll have the game live for you on TV broadcast on Comcast Channel 19 and AT&T Channel 99 on WBTV. Otherwise, on demand and live streaming, only available through the NFHS network. And again, you can sign up at nfhsnetwork.com or scan this QR code on your screen right now. Pause our video, screenshot the video, whatever you've got to do just to get that QR code locked down. Scan it, and then you can go to that page. That's where we'll be broadcasting on Friday night through the NFHS network online. Coverage will begin about 6:30 with kickoff between the Lakers and the Highlanders to start the MHSAA Division I football season. In the football postseason will begin at about 7 o'clock. The Lakers are the number 3 seed in region number 3 and the number 3 seed in their district number 2. Should they win this week, they'll play the winner of either Utica Eisenhower and Utica High School. If Utica Eisenhower wins, next week's game would be on the road in Utica Eisenhower's stadium, and if West Bloomfield wins, but Utica beats Eisenhower, we would be back at West Bloomfield High School next week, Friday. But all that begins with this week's game on Friday night, right here on WBTV 19. Across our community, just next door to us at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library, big congratulations is in order for Victoria Edwards, who's won the 2023 Library Support Staff of the Year Award through the Michigan Libraries Association. In a post from the association, they said that this award, quote, recognizes a support staff professional who goes above and beyond to provide support at their library and who has advanced and strengthened the image of support staff, and end quote, at libraries and all throughout the state of Michigan. Victoria certainly on the front lines of that. We've had plenty of discussions with her about programs at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library in recent months. She's been promoting those and been really leading the charge to organize those, Diane, doing a great job and finally getting her due recognition in the process.
Tyler, we did have Victoria on a lot of interviews, and we must say we were very happy to have her on the show, talking to us about all the programs that they have been working on throughout the year, whether it was the Human Library and other programs that are international at some point. So very happy for Victoria, and we must say that West Bloomfield Library earned its national recognition. It was one of the best 258 libraries in the country, not just in Michigan. So I'm sure that it wouldn't have earned its recognition without all these wonderful staff that are working in the West Bloomfield Township Library, doing all these wonderful events, enhancing the library services, and making sure that all operations run smoothly for both the visitors and the people working there.
Yeah, Victoria doing great work at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library. You can find out more information on all of their programs ongoing and now and in the future at wblib.org, or you can follow them on Facebook, facebook.com/West Bloomfield LIB for even more information. Facebook.com/West Bloomfield LIB for more information. Victoria, again, winning the 2023 Library Support Staff of the Year Award. So as you see Victoria Edwards at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library, make sure to give her her due congratulations this week and going forward. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, we'll recognize some of our school administrators here in West Bloomfield and in neighboring school districts, both getting their recognition this week as we recognize National Principals Month in Greater West Bloomfield and beyond. The Splash Live continues next.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Find local municipal meetings at our program schedule on CivicCenterTV.com. Find when your meetings air live or when they're replaying on our Civic Center TV live stream. Find it all at CivicCenterTV.com and click Schedule at the top of the screen.
When you have a gambling problem, you have a money problem. Don't let your gambling cause you financial hardship. If you or someone you love is struggling with gambling, we can help. Get free confidential counseling and win your life back. Learn more at michigan.gov/problemgambling.
Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Find us on Instagram at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media, Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for also joining us live and on demand on CivicCenterTV.com. You can find all of our programming, including the Splash Live municipal meetings and other special broadcasts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, CivicCenterTV.com. October is, of course, National Principals Month throughout the state of Michigan and beyond, and West Bloomfield School District has been continuing to recognize principals and other administrators throughout the district all throughout this month. Their latest person being recognized is Andy Brylett, who's a 16-year veteran in education, her 5th year in the West Bloomfield School District, serving as principal at the West Bloomfield Transition Center Project Search. She began teaching in 2008 in math and science, where she was a teacher and a consultant prior to coming to the West Bloomfield School District in 2018, serving initially as the IEP facilitator and then going on to another position as the special education compliance coach. Now she's working with students and with educators after students have finished their high school career to help transition them into their adult life in a more smooth fashion. This is often what is something that is needed for students with special needs in our community when they have graduated from high school and are looking to move on into either other educational programs, into certain vocations, or learning to be an independent adult outside of their parents' home. These programs really go a long way in helping to promote that, and Andy and her team at the West Bloomfield Transition Center play a big role in that in the West Bloomfield School District, Diane. So good to see her getting her due recognition as she is leading the charge on a very important program for students that have graduated from West Bloomfield High School.
Congratulations to Andy. I mean, this is such a great job she is doing. I know personally that based on my experience, one of the greatest helps and that I got before going on to college was talking to these wonderful assistants that we had in school, talking to us about what our next step can be. They listened to us. They helped us figure out what our career would be like and what our college life would be like. So it's a great and vital job role she is doing, and congratulations to her. We are very grateful for everything that she is doing in shaping the minds of our wonderful students that are going off to college and making us proud.
Yeah, and you know, my brother has special needs, and he has gone through programs similar to this, not in the West Bloomfield School District, but rather in the Bloomfield Hills School District. They had a similar program years ago, and that may still be ongoing, that had very similar objectives to this, helping students with special needs that have graduated high school learn some additional life skills and some independent skills, and explore their career paths or their educational paths going forward before they go on to those endeavors. And certainly that played a big role in helping my brother with his next step after he graduated high school. So I have a somewhat unique understanding of what is going on at the West Bloomfield Transition Center and the importance of these programs and the people that are behind it and the work that they're doing. So congratulations to Andy and to all of our principals in our West Bloomfield School District and other school districts in the Greater West Bloomfield area as we celebrate National Principals Month throughout the remaining days of October. In the Bloomfield Hills School District, another administrator being recognized during National Principals Month, but this time being recognized by a statewide organization. The Michigan Association of Student Councils and Honor Societies have named Jessica Lupon, a associate principal at Bloomfield Hills High School, their 2024 Assistant Principal of the Year by the Michigan Association of Secondary Principals and, of course, the Michigan Association of Student Councils and Honor Society. She is now set to represent the entire state of Michigan and all of their school administrators at the National Association of Secondary School Principals Assistant Principal of the Year competition that will happen in April of 2024 during Trailblazing Leadership Weekend at the 2024 State APOY celebration in Washington, D.C. Jessica began her career in education 23 years ago in the Bloomfield Hills School District, first as a chemistry teacher at the former Lossard High School before moving into the administrative side of education just about 5 years ago. A big award for Miss Lupone over at Bloomfield Hills High School. Dayan getting recognized additionally at one of the most recent sporting events at Bloomfield Hills High School. Here she's pictured with her family and some of her colleagues as well. She's receiving the award and will be a great representative for the entire state of Michigan in Washington, D.C. in April.
I bet she will, Tyler. I bet she will represent Michigan greatly, and she will show all these leadership skills and the importance of being a secondary school principal assistant. We are very proud of her again, Tyler, showing all these wonderful people doing all this pivotal role, incredible jobs that they are doing in our schools, and again shaping our students' futures. We are very grateful to whatever they are doing and their continuous support to other school staff and not just the students. So very happy for them, and I hope she does win the National Association of Secondary School Principals.
Yeah, and this is a big award, a big opportunity for her, and she's going to be a great representative of the state of Michigan in that national competition in April. Again, Jessica Lupone, associate principal at Bloomfield Hills High School, was named the 2024 Assistant Principal of the Year by the Michigan Association of Secondary School Principals, as well as the Michigan Association of Student Councils and Honor Societies. Congratulations to Ms. Lupone on this award. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, we're still in the middle of the fall season, but winter not too far behind, and that means we need to have our roads clear and safe for drivers on their commute, both to and from work, and all throughout the community. And the Road Commission for Oakland County is looking for additional workers to help their full-time staff make that possible all throughout the winter season. Craig Bryson from the Road Commission for Oakland County will join us in just a few minutes. Stay with us on the Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Follow us on Twitter at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.
1 in 4 Michigan homes has high levels of radon, a naturally occurring radioactive gas known to cause lung cancer. It doesn't matter where you live or what type of home you have. You won't even know it's there unless you test. So don't wait. Testing is cheap and easy. And if there's a problem, it's simple to fix. Visit michigan.gov/radon to learn more.
We took action. Will you?
Take a break and tune in to The Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. Missed one of our live broadcasts or one of your local municipal meetings? Check it out online at civiccentertv.com. Every meeting, show, and interview on demand. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to The Splash Live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week. Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us each and every day. Again, you can always keep up to date with us on civiccentertv.com as well as on our social media at Facebook, on Facebook at Civic Center TV 15, as well as on YouTube at Civic Center TV. As we approach the winter season, that means we need to be ready, and our crews need to be ready to clear our roads and keep our local area safe on our commutes to and from work and all throughout our local area. The Road Commission for Oakland County always is hard at work all throughout the snowy season, and they're looking for even more people to join their team as we approach winter of 2023 and 2024. Joining us to talk about these open positions is the Senior Communications Manager for the Road Commission for Oakland County, Craig Bryson, on today's edition of The Splash Live. Craig, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Tyler. Good to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you on as we are approaching the end of October and early portions of November. It seems to some maybe that's a little bit early to get prepared for winter, but this is pretty normal for the Road Commission for Oakland County to start about this time or even earlier, getting ready for the harsh winter seasons in Michigan.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we've actually been preparing for a couple of months now in various ways, making sure our equipment's ready, getting employees trained. It's a long process, and actually we've had snowstorms in October, so we want to be prepared whenever the inclement weather hits.
And with that being the case, you got to get both equipment ready, but also staff ready. So how does that happen in a typical season for the Road Commission for Oakland County?
Well, we go around to each of our 6 garages. We do refresher training for the drivers. We talk about safety. We talk about protocol. We talk about the processes they go through, how they manage their equipment, make sure it stays running. And we also attempt to hire additional, part-time employees to boost our staff during the winter months.
And how critical is it to have that additional part-time staff? I know that's the focus right now from the hiring side, but what difference does that part-time staff make in addition to all your full-time staff?
It really helps out when we do have those big storm events, especially the ones that last multiple days. We can then have backup drivers available to support our full-time drivers. So it's critical for that aspect. It also just helps out in doing the routine maintenance that we do aside from the plowing and salting all winter long. They help out in that process, including pothole patching and other critical activities as well.
Craig Bryson joins us from the Road Commission for Oakland County, their senior communications manager, as the Road Commission is looking to hire part-time laborers and drivers for the winter snow and ice season. You can find more information on rcocweb.org and apply for these open positions. And so, Craig, as we are approaching this season, as you're looking to hire these workers, what are the qualifications you're looking for if people are seeking these part-time jobs?
First and foremost, they have to have a commercial driver's license with an A designation, also known as a CDLA, truck driving background, road maintenance background certainly be helpful, but a CDLA is a definite requirement. And if you have that, please give us a call. One nice thing about these positions is if you're looking maybe down the road to get into the Road Commission full-time, this is a great stepping stone. We get to know you, you get to know us, you learn about what we do, and inevitably we have openings for full-time positions, and we first look at those who have worked for us part-time to fill those full-time spots as well.
And so when you're talking about the part-time laborer and driver positions, differentiate those for us. For those that would be laborers, is that more along the lines of mechanic work or road repair work, or maybe a little bit of both?
Well, actually, it is a single position. They would be both a laborer and a driver. So during inclement weather, they would be driving a salt truck typically. But when it's not snowing or we don't have a storm, they would be doing other laborer activities such as pothole patching, drainage repair, that type of tasks.
So, Craig, take us through the staffing logistics as you're approaching what's expected to be a big storm in our local area, or even just a minor storm. How does that go forth? Because for those that are applying for these part-time jobs, the Road Commission had said in a post on their Facebook page that they can be expected to work about 3 days per week, but also be on call, although every attempt is made to establish consistent work schedules.
Right. So what we try to do is establish 3 full-time days, 3-hour days, 8-hour days for the employees. And if a snowstorm occurs during that time, they would probably be called upon to jump in a salt truck or a snow plow and do their part. But if a big storm hits on one of the other days, they would be required to be on call. They'd be called, asked to come in, and just like our full-time staff, they could then work up to 16 hours, fighting the storm before they get a break, and potentially multiple 16-hour shifts in a row. Though typically the part-time staff don't work too many of those multiple long shifts in a row, and we try to give them breaks and work people through. But it's a very good way to give our full-time drivers some backup and keep the roads safe during those events.
And from the Road Commission side, Craig, where does that communication begin as you're looking at the reports coming in from meteorologists, from the National Weather Service or other local outlets, and seeing that we're going to have a storm come in or possibly a major storm come in? Where do the logistics begin to prepare for that storm and then ultimately to execute the Road Commission's response to that storm, clearing and making our roads safe?
Right. So we have something called a snow duty officer, which is a management individual, and it rotates on a weekly basis during the winter. And during the week that person's on duty, it is their responsibility to monitor the weather, decide when to call in the troops and how many troops to call in. But we also have a guidebook that has very specific requirements for how many drivers we have, how many trucks we have out of the road in every imaginable situation. If it's during a morning rush hour on a weekday versus during the middle of the night on a weekend, different levels of service that we would require in each of those. Again, every imaginable scenario. That person has access to a weather service that we contract with that gives us frequent updates when there's a storm coming, gives us warning that storms are coming. We also have access to the National Weather Service. They update us frequently. And of course, they monitor all the local media weather outlets as well. So they've got a variety of sources. We have access to Doppler radar. We track the storms on Doppler radar. And try to use as many of those data points as possible to make the best decision possible in those situations.
Craig Bryson joins us from the Road Commission for Oakland County, their senior communications manager on the Splash Live, as the Road Commission for Oakland County seeks to hire part-time winter laborers and drivers. And those jobs are available now on rcocweb.org. on their careers tab, rcocweb.org, or you can call them at 248-645-2000 for more information, 248-645-2000. And with this, Craig, comes the questions of how these responses to storms are operated by the Road Commission for Oakland County. It seems like every year we hear all these complaints in the community after the first big storm. Why is it taking forever for my street or my main road in my local community to be cleared? And it seems like all the highways and other areas are already cleared and perfectly fine. So for those that either don't remember or have never been aware of this, what is that sort of order of operations that the Road Commission goes by to clear our roads as we approach the winter?
Yeah, we have a very specific prioritization system of the roads when there is a storm, and it's dictated by safety. So the number one priority is the roads that carry the most traffic moving at the highest speeds. That's the freeways and the biggest surface streets. And then we work down from there based on traffic volume and type of volume. Major traffic generators such as shopping malls or schools are bumped up a little bit in that priority list, but the top priority is going to be those main roads, the Orchard Lake roads, the Southfield roads, Big Beaver, and of course all the freeways, 696, I-75, M59, I-275. Those are all the top priorities, and we will focus on those to ensure safety on those before we move to the lower level roads. Of course, that means that the neighborhood streets, the subdivision streets, are at the bottom of that priority list because they have the least traffic moving at the lowest speeds. And if we cleared the subdivision streets before we cleared the main road, you wouldn't be able to get anywhere outside of your neighborhood anyhow. So we always clear in that priority list, working down based on traffic volume and speed.
Craig Bryson's with us from the Road Commission for Oakland County. Senior communications managers, they seek to hire some winter staff to supplement their full-time staff as they get geared up for de-icing and for clearing our roads this winter season. Craig, for those that are interested in this work and joining the Road Commission on a part-time basis during this winter season, do you have any information you can divulge to us on what the pay may be like for that, as that always comes into a factor as people are looking for part-time work?
Absolutely. It's $21 an hour. And then if you get called in, it's additional pay for any additional hours you work, of course. And I have to say the Road Commission is a fantastic place to work. You'll be working with great crews. Their supervisors are great. It's really a caring community. And it's an opportunity to do something that really does benefit the communities that we all live in and help make Oakland County a better place and a safer place and keep our roads safe and functioning.
And Craig, before we let you go, is there anything else about these positions we haven't discussed that would be important for potential candidates to consider, or other information we should be keeping in mind as we approach the winter season?
Not just to other than to reiterate that these are a great stepping stone. If you have a desire to find a full-time career at the Road Commission, we would welcome you to start through this and let us know your desire, and we'd be glad to work with you and try to get you into a full-time spot.
More information can be found on rcocweb.org by clicking on their careers tab or giving them a call at 248-645-2000. Craig, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate the opportunity.
Appreciate it. rcocweb.org, and go to their careers tab to find information on these part-time laborer and driver positions available, and keep up to date on other future job openings with the Road Commission for Oakland County. We'll take a break on The Splash Live. Plenty more of your stories from your hometown on your community media coming up next.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home. Take a break and tune in to The Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99.
you're so sad? You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Find us on Instagram at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to The Splash, live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live. This is Dayan Chaaban alongside Tyler Kieft. So, in an enchanting display of Halloween spirit, 259 little learners from the West Bloomfield Preschool Academy took part in the Jack-O-Lantern Jamboree. It was filled with a lot of exciting events such as hula hoops, pumpkin bowling, crafts, and a dance party, as well as a book fair. To top it all off, there was also a trick-or-treat parade that these children were so excited to do. A lot of tricks, a lot of treats, and beautiful costumes that were all captured in these wonderful pictures. If you can switch through the pictures and show all these creative and wonderful costumes, many happy children and happy parents, Tyler, that participated in this wonderful jamboree.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun for the kids as they celebrate the Halloween season. It kind of throws me back to when I was in preschool at West Hill, when they had preschool classrooms at West Hills Middle School way back in the day, and we had a Halloween party similar to this at that point in time. Those are pictures that my family uses against me to this day of me dressed up as Woody from Toy Story. Top secret, no images available. It's classified by the CIA at this point in time. But no, it looks like a lot of fun for these kids, and yeah, well, there's a lot of creative costumes. We saw, what was that, a ladybug just a couple of moments ago. Saw a police officer. One of the young kids doing their best impression of Chief Patton, who still has not, to our reports, figured out his Halloween costume just yet. And there was that tandem bicycle. Yeah, you're seeing here. It looks like possibly a brother and sister duo on a bicycle, and maybe the brother has not learned just yet how to ride a bicycle and has that comfortable seat in the back there. But nonetheless, both in the Halloween spirit, a princess and a bat on a bicycle. Very creative stuff, Diana. Good to see from the West Bloomfield School District as they get into the Halloween spirit with the holiday just 6 days away. Next week, Tuesday, is the spookiest day of the year. Across the town on Figa Avenue in West Bloomfield, Spirit of Grace Church constantly is collecting goods that are necessities for people both in our 4 communities and beyond through their diabetic food pantry and their blessing box. Right now, as they're accepting non-perishable foods, their main focus for donations in the month of October is primarily on canned chicken, tuna, and salmon. Their goal for this month is to collect 200 units of those foods by Halloween Day. So they got 6 days left and they're looking for your help. You can drop off these donations at Spirit of Grace Church at 2399 Figa Avenue in West Bloomfield, or give them a call at 248-338-3505 for even more information. And these items go both to their diabetic food pantry and to their blessing box, which helps people in need of non-perishable foods that may be afflicted with diabetes, as well as those that just need non-perishable food and other items that are necessities that maybe we take for granted in our community each and every day. While they're focused primarily this month on collecting canned chicken, tuna, and salmon, they are also always in need of peanut butter, canned vegetables, soups, and pasta as well. You can also learn more information about the Diabetic Food Pantry and the Blessing Box by visiting their website at spiritofgrace.church. That's spiritofgrace.church on the web, or find them on Facebook at Spirit of Grace Church. And again, their phone number 248-338-3505. And Diana, a great way for people to help people in their community during this month and really all throughout the year, while they're putting this extra focus on collecting certain items during the month of October and setting a deadline for 200 units by Halloween. They are in need of these foods all throughout the year, and it goes to help people right here in our 4 communities and in immediately neighboring areas.
That is true, Tyler. We always see the Spirit of Grace Church doing all these wonderful food pantries throughout the year, not just in certain months or certain seasons. So they always need your help. If you can help, you can call them, of course, on 248-338-3505. It's a wonderful initiative from them to pick certain items that are necessary for people who are suffering with diabetes. So, as always, a great thank you to the Spirit of a Church, Spirit of Grace Church, excuse me. And you can always help them. They always need your help to do all these wonderful initiatives throughout the year.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Lisa Brownlee, who is one of the people that leads the charge at the Diabetic Food Pantry a few weekends ago at the fire department's open house. And if you go to CivicCenterTV.com on our on-demand page, you can watch the full West Bloomfield Fire Department open house coverage from our team and learn even more about the Diabetic Food Pantry. It's something that operates all throughout the year, not just during this point in the year where they're trying to get more of these donations, or during the holiday season when a lot of people are really putting forth that charge in their own lives to support people in need of food in our local area. Those donations are critical all year long, and Spirit of Grace Church doing a great job helping people in need of non-perishable food and in need of just simple necessities through their blessing boxes as well. spiritofgrace.church for more information, or visit them on facebook.com/spiritofgrace for more information. Again, you can also call them about their diabetic food pantry and their blessing boxes at 248-338-3505. 248-338-3505 for more information. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, a special presentation coming up at the Bloomfield Township Library. Some relaxing yoga coming in, this week in Sylvan Lake, plus celebrating our veterans later on in the month of November for Veterans Day with West Bloomfield Parks. Plenty more of your stories from your hometown on your community media coming up next on the Splash Live.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Find local municipal meetings at our program schedule on CivicCenterTV.com. Find when your meetings air live or when they're replaying on our Civic Center TV live stream. Find it all at CivicCenterTV.com and click Schedule at the top of the screen.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Missed one of our live broadcasts or one of your local municipal meetings? Check it out online at CivicCenterTV.com. Every meeting, show, and interview on demand. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live. This is Dayan Chaaban and alongside Tyler Kieft. So the the Bloomfield Township Library is going to be hosting author Aaron Foley in an open event where there is no registration required. It's going to be happening on November 14 at 7 p.m. where he will be talking about his latest book, Boys Comes First. This is an exciting opportunity for all book enthusiasts to learn all about this wonderful Detroit-based author who is going to be there in the Bloomfield Township Library again on November 14. You can check out more about this event at btpl.org. for more information on this event and other events happening at the Bloomfield Township Library. Just a little bit of background, Tyler, about Erin. Erin is one of Detroit's very renowned authors who has written a lot about Detroit for several publications such as CNN and M Live. So it's a great opportunity to meet up with him and talk to him a little bit, not about just this book, about all the other publications. He still lives in Detroit, so all these books are relative to not necessarily Detroit, but also to Michiganders as a whole.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a great presentation, and great to have one of our people from our local area coming back into town to talk about the book. Again, no registration is required for this event, like many library events, both in Bloomfield Township here in West Bloomfield and throughout our local area. For this one specifically, it is at the Bloomfield Township Public Library, and you can find more information on their programs such as this at btpl.org. That is btpl.org for even more information. Whether you're relaxing, enjoying a good book at your local library, or looking for some relaxation in the evening after a tough day at work, a great place to do that is Thursday nights at the Sylvan Lake Community Center, where Sylvan Yoga 2.0 is back and better than ever, and it has been all throughout the month of October. We're hearing great things about their newly revamped program. It used to be on Wednesday nights before city council meetings in a small room at the community center, but they took a month off in September. They expanded the program. They brought in a different trainer, and it's now in the main room at the community center on Thursday nights at 6:30, all throughout the month of October and beyond. Misty Markham from Luna Moon Stuff Yoga is the instructor, a certified yoga instructor who will bring forth a peaceful sunset class at the community center. You can participate every Thursday at the Sylvan Lake Community Center by calling 248-480-6080 to register, 248-480-6080 for registration. It is $5 per class, and you can find more information on days and times for these yoga classes at the community center on sylvanlake.org. They're generally going to be on every Thursday night at the community center. Sometimes they do take weeks off, so a good place to go to keep up to date on these programs is at sylvanlake.org in their calendar section. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, an event coming up to celebrate veterans in our local community for Veterans Day, plus how you can expand your local professional network with the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. More of your stories from your hometown on your community media up next on the Splash Live.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take a break and tune in to the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Follow us on Twitter at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as well on civiccentertv.com each and every day, as well as on our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15 and YouTube at Civic Center TV. A big event coming up to celebrate our local veterans happening on Election Day, Tuesday, November 7th. From 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at West Bloomfield Middle School. It's the annual Heroes Appreciation Breakfast brought to you by West Bloomfield Parks in partnership with the Township, the Library, our team at Civic Center TV, the West Bloomfield School District, and plenty of others throughout our community. Most importantly, our veterans. We'll have live entertainment, guest speakers, both the police and fire honor guards will present the colors at this event, and you're invited to join us there as well. Registration is open now through October 31st. Veterans can get their tickets for free, plus one guest also will get in for free. For others, you will have to register and pay to attend the event. But the great thing about it, Diane, is you get to interact with many of our veterans, hear stories of them protecting our country, and get to thank them for their service in the process.
It's such a great event, Tyler, with being there and talking to all these wonderful people who helped keep our nation safe, not just our community, listening to all these wonderful stories and showing them how much we are grateful for all the hard work they did throughout their young days. So a great opportunity to network with these wonderful individuals and listen to their stories and validate these stories as well.
Yeah, you can register to attend this event at wbparks.org. If you go to wbparks.org and scroll up to their events calendar at the top of the page, or just on their homepage right away, they have their Heroes Appreciation Breakfast website linked. You can go there to register for veterans and a guest for free, or additional guest registration for civilians that also would like to attend this event happening at West Bloomfield Middle School. Another place you can go to find more information is by calling them at 248-451-1900, 248-451-1900 for more information. Outside of celebrating our veterans, we celebrate our local business community by building greater connections between our local businesses and business people in the Greater West Bloomfield community. All through the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce, their Cup of Connections event coming back on Friday, November 10th at 8:30 a.m. at All Seasons of West Bloomfield at 5600 Drake Road here in the township. Connect with chamber members and others within the local business community for collaboration, discuss your business, maybe build relationships and partnerships, and learn about our local business community as well. This event is free to chamber members, but non-members or people from other communities that aren't part of our Chamber of Commerce may also attend for $10, and they can get more information and register for this event by sending an email to wbloomfieldchamber@gmail.com. That's wbloomfieldchamber@gmail.com, or call the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce and speak to Suzanne Levine at 248-626-3636. They're also looking for more hosts for their 2024 Cup of Connections events, and you can get more information on those as well by talking to Suzanne and the team at the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. The new carpool lanes are now open on I-75 through MDOT between Detroit and Pontiac. This is sort of the test area. This strip of I-75 from the city of Detroit through the city of Pontiac is underway. That means time restrictions for people in those lanes between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. every morning and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the evenings. Only cars that have at least 2 or more people occupying the vehicle may drive in these high occupancy vehicle or HOV lanes on I-75. Vehicles with more than one person are allowed in the carpool lane, including cars, vans, SUVs, and other passenger vehicles. Emergency vehicles or other law enforcement, motorcycles, buses, etc. are also allowed in those lanes during those special times, regardless of their capacity at that point in time. Otherwise, outside of 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., that HOV lane essentially is going to serve as a regular highway lane on I-75. And it's only at this time in that certain strip of land, but certainly something that's being tested out between two of the busiest areas of our local community and throughout the state of Michigan by the Michigan Department of Transportation. And you can find more information by searching MDOT on YouTube and looking for the HOV lanes. Again, restrictions are in place between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. as well as 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Violators may see penalties, including a civil infraction and a fine of up to $250 if you are to violate these lanes during those times. Finally, Diane, great to see some more beautiful pictures from throughout our community. Recently on Facebook, Kim Johnson had posted a view from her boat window looking out at Orchard Lake and seeing Apple Island in the middle of the lake. And we've seen so many other pictures from throughout our communities over the recent weeks and months. And we can always get those sent to us and our team at Civic Center TV as we see that picture from Apple, looking onto Apple Island. She wrote on Facebook saying, quote, view from my boat window. This is Apple Island. It's in the middle of Orchard Lake, West Bloomfield, Michigan. Not quite peak colors just yet, but Orchard Lake and Apple Island kind of get that connection between those two names. I've been coming here for 22 years, and I did not get the connection until this summer. A great picture of one of our historic landmarks in our community. You can always send us your pictures by tagging us in them on Facebook at Civic Center TV 15, on Instagram and Twitter at Civic Center TV as well, and we'll put those on our show right here on the Splash Live each and every day. Plenty more of your stories from your hometown on your community media all week long. Stay with us. The Splash Live continues very soon.